Good morning, friends, evening, whenever you're watching this video. Excuse me, this is Tracy Brown, and my team and I of non-diet dietitians provide trauma-informed care so you can feel safer in your skin. So we're on video 3 here of me responding to some comments, some really vulnerable comments online around just different things that feel overwhelming in recovery, and I just wanted to spend some time, and I've been trying to kind of put a couple of responses that are related to each other together. I think there's one more in the pocket, so I'll try to do another video tomorrow. But today's video is around that food noise overwhelm stuff that's happening. And there's different reasons we can have food noise. So we just kind of name some of those because people weren't really always specific. And so I'm just going to be general-ish. But I do have some specific words around some things about like food choices and grocery shopping and things like that. So I'll say in general that when it feels like there's a lot of conflicting desires, thoughts, beliefs that are food and body related, that mostly has to do to part of me wants to do this and other parts of me want to do that, and I want to do the right thing so I don't, I reduce the risk of getting hurt. And when we say getting hurt, that usually means rejection, fear of judgment. Sometimes it's fear about like actually physically feeling like physical discomfort, that we kind of don't maybe know the difference in our system between discomfort and threat. So we tend to kind of want to avoid as much as possible anything that feels uncomfortable. It may or may not be a threat, but we haven't differentiated that enough yet to know for sure. So that means for all of these struggles, there's a desperate need, right, for some yielding, for some slowing down, so we can get some clarity. And that's one of the things that will help all of these dilemmas. That's the word I was looking for, dilemmas, is that when you're feeling really loud here, is that we need to be able to slow down. And sometimes we don't slow down because we don't know how to do it without feeling overwhelmed. We think that means something bad about us. Like there's value judgments around that. There's judgments about like I'm this age or I've been in recovery this long and I don't know how to do this yet. What's wrong with me? Sometimes we don't slow down because we just nobody's shaming us except for us anymore, and so it's a lot. Can you imagine? I just listed all those things really quickly, and that's a lot right there to be containing in your mind and in your body container, right? So before I go into like maybe one little way to work on slowing down without feeling overwhelmed and flooded even with that experience, if you're not doing this, obviously in a session with someone or just with someone who's safe, or orienting to and anchoring to some kind of resource outside yourself that feels like not a threat. So food noise, my experience has been with people and my own personal experience that like food noise specifically about what to eat had to do with two things, right? And it had to do with my beliefs around food, like the function and the structure of dysfunctional thinking around food, meaning fat is bad, or if I eat this, people think that about me. So how I thought about food created a lot of noise. And then if I wanted to eat something that I didn't think would get me approval or might get me rejection, then I want to eat the food, but then I don't want to eat the food, so what's a good substitute? What do I do? And the more you spin, the more kind of disembodied you get about the truth, right? And the other part of it is just not eating enough. It could be maybe you're eating enough in the totality of a day, but not eating enough throughout the day. It could be you're not eating enough at all, and that can create the food noise as well. So lots of reasons why you might have that food noise, but the majority of people that I experience, it's more about what we believe we should or shouldn't do to either elicit some connection or avoid harm. And so we want to look at all the different rules and beliefs you have and dismantle those one by one, right? Speaking to the grocery store part of things, it's the same kind of thing. If you've got a lot of those, what should I do? Not what does my body want and what is supportive to my health or my energy and what I need. Again, a lot of times, if we have all those beliefs, it's going to be really overwhelming when you're faced with lots of choices right in front of your sensory system, right? And the same kind of thing is that we need to get really clear maybe before we go, are we honoring what our body needs and what your agenda is with health? In a way that's not, punitive, of course, and it's done out of care and not out of, again, how do I avoid other people relationally harming me? That can create a lot of overwhelm at the grocery store. Some of it's the sensory as well. It can be loud. Sometimes it's really music or maybe not, but just peopling, right? And smells and all the visuals of things. And it takes some time to kind of devise a plan. Like before I even go in that building, what do I need to do to feel less overwhelmed? What do I need to help pendulate out of my system a bit? Is it the choices? Well, make some choices before you go and get what you need to get. If it's the time, maybe you can't spend a long time getting the whole week's worth of food at one time. Maybe you need to go more frequently, but it's in smaller increments. If it's people and projecting some of those fears onto, like, basically the strangers around you think what other people have projected on you in the past, therefore they see your cart and they're being critical of you just like people in the past. Maybe that's the dilemma. And it's more about, what do I need to anchor to in now time to help me recognize it's 2020, whenever you're watching this video and they're not here, and I know what I need and want. I've planned that out. These people aren't those people. I mean, I know it takes a lot. It might take you some work with a provider, or it might take you taking some time to journal. Like, here are the things, here are the beliefs, here are physically what get me overwhelmed and tripped up. And it could be as simple as, like, I need more space, and the more stuff that's kind of coming at me sensory-wise, I need to minimize some of that. And that could be you wear noise-canceling headphones as you shop. It could be you hold on to something to manipulate it with your hands to help you not over-focus on some of the other activation or sensory stuff that you're noticing. All kinds of things. Again, I brought that up in Tuesday's video around the book, Too Loud, Too Bright, Too Fast, Too Tight. That would be a helpful video maybe for you as well. So those are just a couple things that I wanted to bring up around the food noise and around the sensory around that, because our beliefs are definitely going to have feelings attached, right? And those feelings are going to create more sensory information in your body and your system as well. And so that all has to be named and unblended from and create a witness to for you to even plan out how you're going to negotiate all this. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope it made sense. If you need more clarity, please put in the comments below. Anyway, happy Saturday, happy weekend. If you're watching this live with me, thank you for coming and spending time here. And if there's another topic that you would like to see discussed, I'll be happy to put that on the list and knock it off for you as well. So thank you so much. I do plan on doing at least one more video in this series, and then it will all be compiled in one post. So if you get my emails, you'll get all those as a replay back, and you can watch them again, and hopefully it helps you stay grounded. So thank you so much, and take care, and bye for now.